Imagine waking up every morning. No neighbors, no roads, no stores, no internet. No sounds except crashing waves and screaming seed in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean. A single white house stands completely alone. At first glance, it looks like something from a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. This tiny building sits on a remote island called Elliðaey, and many people believe it is the most isolated house on Earth. For years, mysterious photographs of this lonely structure have spread across the internet. Millions of people have asked the same question: who lives there and why? Today we're uncovering the truth behind one of the most mysterious houses ever photographed. The house sits on Elliðaey Island, part of Iceland's Westman Islands archipelago. The island covers less than half a square kilometer. Steep cliffs rise from the ocean on every side. There are no roads, no harbor, no airport, no permanent residents. Today, the island appears completely abandoned. But it wasn't always this way. More than a century ago, several families lived here. They survived through fishing, farming, and hunting seabirds. Life was extremely difficult. Storms frequently cut them off from the outside world. Winters were harsh and unforgiving. Eventually, one family after another left. By the 1930s, the island's last residents had moved away forever. Once photos of the lonely house began circulating online, strange theories exploded across social media. Some people believed the house belonged to a billionaire preparing for the end of the world. Others claimed it was a secret government bunker. A popular rumor suggested that Iceland had gifted the island to famous singer Björk. Another theory claimed a mysterious hermit lived there alone. The island's isolation made these stories seem believable. After all, who would build a house in such a remote location? But none of these theories were true. The truth is far less dramatic. The famous white building is not a private home at all. It is actually a hunting lodge. In the 1950s, the Elliðaey Hunting Association built it as a shelter for members who visited the island. The lodge is mainly used during puffin hunting season. Puffins are colorful seabirds that nest on the island's cliffs in huge numbers. The building provides temporary shelter for visitors. Nobody lives there permanently. And despite its cozy appearance, life inside is surprisingly basic. There is no modern luxury, no permanent electricity, no running water, no internet connection, just a simple refuge in one of the most isolated places on Earth. Reaching the island is an adventure few people would attempt. There is no convenient dock, no ferry service, no bridge. Visitors must first travel by boat through rough ocean waters. Then comes the dangerous part. The cliffs surrounding the island are incredibly steep. Landing safely requires skill and perfect timing. Even after reaching the shore, visitors often face a difficult climb. One mistake could mean falling into freezing Atlantic waters below. For most people, simply seeing the island from a distance is enough. Imagine spending a night there. As darkness falls, the ocean surrounds you in every direction. No city lights, no traffic, no human activity, only the sound of the wind, and the endless waves crashing against the cliffs below. The isolation is almost impossible to comprehend. Some people would find it peaceful. Others might find it terrifying. Yet there is something strangely beautiful about complete solitude. Perhaps that's why millions of people remain fascinated by this lonely house. Although humans rarely visit, the island is far from empty. Thousands of seabirds call Elliðaey home. Puffins nest along the cliffs. The island's grassy slopes create a stunning contrast against the dark volcanic rock and deep blue ocean. Nature dominates every corner of the landscape. Without permanent human activity, the island has become a sanctuary for wildlife. In many ways, the animals are now the true owners of this remote kingdom. So, is this really the loneliest house on Earth? Maybe, maybe not. But it is certainly one of the most isolated structures ever built. Its mystery comes not from secrets, not from billionaires, not from hidden bunkers, but from something much simpler: human curiosity. A tiny white building standing alone against the vast Atlantic Ocean reminds us how small we truly are. And perhaps that's why the world cannot stop looking at it. Because sometimes the most extraordinary mysteries are hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this mystery, subscribe to A&MVision for more incredible places, hidden history, and unexplained stories from around the world.